Well, good afternoon, fellas. I've got the Old Town Discovery 119 down here, and we're rigged up to go fishing. And what I want to do today is both fishing and do a little bit of an on-the-water review of this canoe. I used it yesterday when I went kayaking with my girlfriend. I tried to get some content, but it really didn't work out. So I've got my tackle back here in this milk crate, so it's nice and contained, as you guys can see. I'm gonna flip it around. So starting back here, I've got my tackle in this milk crate, so it's nice and contained right next to me. Got two rods in the rod holders. Got the seat. I got this little lanyard down here. I've got clippers and pliers on that, so it's easy access there. Moving up, we've got my Garmin Striker 4 depth finder on this Yak Attack mount. Got this fold down transducer arm. It works really slick. And then of course we've got the battery box, paddle, two rods. I'm excited to get it on the water again and give you guys a little bit of a more in-depth review. I know the last time I talked about this boat, it was all iced up, but it's like 60 degrees. There's very little wind today, so it's gonna be an exciting day, and hopefully we'll be able to catch some fish. I haven't caught any fish the past couple times I've been out. Yesterday when I used the canoe, it was a lot windier and there was a lot more kind of 1 foot swells. I mean, there was some decent chop on the water and the boat handled really well. The thing is, like, compared to the topwater 120 that I use, this canoe is a little lower to the water, and so those bigger waves were kind of splashing a little bit into the boat. Not too bad, but I would definitely prefer to be in the kayak on the choppier days and then be in this thing. But overall, it handled really well and it scoots. So let's see how it handles today on some nice calm water. We got like an 8-mile-an-hour wind. It's gonna be perfect. All right, looks like we're ready to rock and roll. Let's get this thing in the water. Gotta get settled in here. And off we go. We're ready to rock and roll. I'm excited to get out on the water with this thing and tell you guys how it handles and some of the stuff I really do like about it. And so let's get the Garmin turned on. Get the transducer down. It's a pretty sweet little rig here. Okay. So what I'm really wanting to do here is catch some crappies. If I can do that, great. If I can't, we'll figure out how to catch some bass or something. But I think we got some really good conditions today. I'm not going to be fighting the wind a whole lot, and that's going to be amazing, because the past couple days it's been real windy and I've been fighting the wind, and it's just been difficult to, like, when I find a school of fish, it's hard for me to like stay on top of them and do all that stuff. The water temp, it's still kind of going here. So first impressions, when you're in this canoe, it glides. I'm not even really having to fight anything to get it going, just real light and easy paddles. And I think that's because it's so lightweight and you're not having to push as much weight here. So it works really well, track's nice, real easy to paddle. Now, I am about 5 foot 10 inches, so it's a little tight here for me, but it's not so tight it doesn't work. It just, if you're a bigger guy, you might want to be mindful. If you're looking at getting this canoe, it is a little bit tight, so if you're, above 6 foot, you might want to think about getting something a little bit bigger, but it's all about your personal preference. It seems to be doing pretty good here for me. Wow, I'm really not having to fight any wind. This is awesome. This is so awesome. So it's kind of nice having this gear track mount here in the front. I can put my depth finder down and rock and roll just like that. I was a little bit concerned when I first put it on there. I didn't think the transducer arm would fold all the way down and get in the water, but it does. So that's very nice. Let's go ahead and paddle out here and see if we can find some crappies. But geez, this thing just, you can get it moving, and that's so awesome. Okay, so 2 days ago I was out here and I marked some schools of crappie. At least I thought they were, I mean, they were big, pretty decent sized schools of fish out here. So they were in about 11 foot. Let's see if we can find something. Yeah, it looks like there's something right out down here. So let's put this crappie jig down and let's see if we can catch some fish. I don't even know if this is the right color or anything like that, but we'll give it a go. Dang, water temp is up to 49.4 degrees. That's crazy. It was at 44 just 2 days ago. Wow, that is crazy. I didn't expect it to be that warm. So there's definitely fish out deep, but I don't know if they're gonna want to play. That's notable. So something else that I like about this canoe is that if I'm just hopping spot to spot or whatever, I've got these 2 rods and these rod holders back here, but I can also lay some rods down here. So like this one, I've got a little inline spinner tied on, and then this one's a little crappie jig. So I can just set it down and just pick up the paddle and go. I know my kayak, it has that same kind of feature, but it's just super easy with this one because I can just slide this rod right behind the seat here and just let it rest on the front or on the side of the seat. Wow, that's a big school right there. You guys seeing that right there? That's probably crappies, I would assume. Now, if I can catch them, that's the only thing. I'm still trying to figure this crappie fishing thing out, like the offshore crappie fishing. Like I could go jig tree stumps and do all that kind of stuff, but right now these crappies are in like 11 feet of water, and I'm trying to figure out how to fish them, and I'm just stumped. So if you guys have any tips, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. Just kind of like what to look for when I'm marking the fish and so on and so forth. But man, that was a decent little group that I saw down there. I just don't know where they went or if I'll be able to catch them. That's the tricky part. They're just out in the open. They're not even like hanging out on any structure or anything like that. Here, crappie. Reading 50.8 degrees right now. That's crazy. It's getting warm, and it's getting warm fast. Oh, you didn't even know. Oh, that was a gimme. Oh, I caught a fish. No way. What's up, little guy? Let's go. First crappie. First fish in the boat. And it was a target species. Little white crappie looks like. Okay. I've been working so hard. I've been fishing for an hour now. Finally caught that fish. Feels good to have a little confidence booster. I wonder if there's more of them stacked up on there. Changed up to this little orange and white jig. And it was just a light little tap. So we'll throw the jig back in there one more time so we can catch another one. But boy, it's been slow. I've been struggling trying to find them. I don't know if that one was just a fluke or whatever, but there are some submerged brush piles out here and they look tasty. So I'm still trying to figure out this whole crappie fish. I'm reading 50 degrees right now, which is crazy. Didn't expect it to be this warm. I was expecting, 48 degrees-ish. But let's get back on top of that brush pile and see if we can do some damage. The wind's picking up just a little bit, nothing too bad. This fish, I caught him right over here. Let's see, I hope it wasn't just a loner. I hope I found like a little school of them. I hope they're all getting fired up and ready to eat. So here's the situation we're in right now. I've caught one fish, as you guys saw, is a little dinky crappie, but little confidence booster. Let me tell you something. After fishing for an hour and not catching anything, actually fishing for 3 days now and not catching anything, that little crappie was definitely a confidence booster. I think it was just dumb luck that it happened. So I'm on the south side of the lake right now, so I'm gonna paddle up to the north side and see if that's any better. Usually the north side of lakes warm up quicker, and I'm sitting pretty shallow right now. I'm in 50 degrees at 3.5 feet of water, and so it's like 48, 49 kind of range out towards deeper water. So I'm gonna take a little paddle up to the north side and see if anything's playing out there. But I did find some nice little brush piles in here. So once the water hits probably 55 degrees, and here in a week or two, I bet there's gonna be a lot of fish hanging out right in here. So a little scouting, but now we're gonna try and locate them for sure. I'm wanting to get on a good crappie bite, so let's see if we can make it happen. Well, we're officially off the water. We caught one fish today. It's a bummer. The water temps are warming up faster than I thought they would. We hit, I think the highest reading I got was like 51 degrees. So north side of the lake, it's a lot deeper, it's a lot colder. South side of the lake, shallower, a lot warmer. I caught that fish on the shallow south side of the lake, so I'll keep that in mind for the next time I go out. I'm really trying to figure this whole crappie fishing thing out. It's really bugging me that I can't figure it out. I've got the electronics and everything. I just don't know what I'm doing. So if you guys have any tips for me, go ahead and leave it in the comments. I'd love to read it. You guys are always really helpful when it comes to that kind of stuff. So overall, what do I think of the Discovery 119 for fishing? I like it a lot. And so it's pretty comfy, it's low profile. I wish I was comfortable enough in it to stand up. I'm sure someday I will, but right now I'm not comfortable enough to stand up in it. We had a perfect day out here, very little wind, which is a blessing here in Kansas in the springtime. The seat's really comfy in it. The little pockets here on the side, those are really convenient when you're switching baits and you want one kind of real quick and easy to switch over to. The little mount for my transducer works amazing. It's in a great spot. The transducer folds down. All in all, like, I'm very impressed with it. It paddles really well. Like, it's a slick little boat. Now, figuring out how to duck hunt out of it, that's gonna be the tricky part, especially with trying to keep it low profile. So that's on the list of things to do. I would fish out of this thing any day of the week, but like I said earlier, if it's super choppy, I'm most likely gonna go towards the Quack Yak instead of the Discovery 119. Also, if you guys have a name for the boat, leave it in the comments. I'm gonna be picking the new name for this canoe. I keep wanting to say kayak. I say kayak too much. I'm gonna be picking the name for the canoe after this video, so go ahead and drop some good ones. But overall, I'm impressed. I really like it. It works great for fishing, especially in these little ponds. Well, this is more like a little lake, but I'm very impressed. So if you guys want to follow me on my social media, I've got Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook. So be sure to follow me on there and stay up to date with what's going on. If you want to pick up one of these hats, click the link in the description. But that's all I've got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you on the next one.